Hello friends, welcome to Schooldadi.com. Today we will learn about what is fees type and how to create fees type. Also we will know about how to prepare invoices, how to print them, and also know about income and expenses creation of school. So we are in the dashboard of Schooldadi.com. Now we will go to accounting and we will select fees type. Fees type means type of fees. Okay, for example, admission fees, tuition fees, exam fees, transportation fees, or, or any other fees which is the earning of the school. So to make them, first go to add new fees type. The button is given in the top right corner. We click it. Okay. We'll see this panel, add new fees type. So first we have to mention the type of fees. For example, I'm taking admission fees class. It means we can select all the classes. If you want to select all classes, select all classes. Click select all classes, and all classes has been selected here. Or we can select single class. So here I am selecting a single class, class first. Okay. Now comes period. Period means will the fees is for 1 year, one time payment, monthly, quarterly, half yearly, or yearly. Okay. Suppose admission fees are generally one time fees, so I'm selecting one time. If it was an exam fees, then it may be half yearly. We charges at school charges admission exam fees half yearly, so accordingly we will select. Okay, suppose I'm entering amount of rupees 5,000 as admission fees. Now we can see auto generation invoice on admission. Will the fees will be auto generated during, will the admission fees invoice will be auto generated during admission? If you want to enable it, we'll check this button, click it and tick it. Otherwise we'll leave it. We want the admission fees to be generated along with the admission at the time of admission, so I've ticked it. Here is another option, dashboard disable. It means that if it is enabled, user cannot access the dashboard until fees is paid. So this feature is also there. So we'll tick it, because without admission fees, a student can't take admission school. So he will also be not be able to access the dashboard. So I'm also tick it. I'm also tick this checkbox, and then we'll click add new fees type. We can view these fees and just select view all. Okay, you can see a fees type has been created, admission fees 5,000 one time payment. Similarly, if you want to create another fees, for example tuition fees, then we'll go to accounting again, then fees type, then add new fees. I'm writing tuition fee. Okay, here I'm selecting class first. Tuition fees is generally monthly fees, and amount is 2,000. Auto generation invoice, yes, auto generation invoice, because generally on during admission the tuition fees also charged for that month only. So here I had selected monthly and amount as 2000. So this dashboard disable, we don't need this right now, so I'm disabling it. I'm not clicking check, I'm not ticking it right now, so I'm leaving it, and then I will add new fees type. Okay, you can see tuition fees is also created. So we can also similarly we can make admission exam fees. I'm writing exam fee class. Here I'm also taking class first. It is exam fees is generally half yearly, so then exam fees have not been charged during admission, so I'm leaving it, and also leave the dashboard disabled right now, and I will click add new fees type. Okay, so these three type of fees are there in right now being added in the school fees type. So these are exam fees, tuition fees, and admission fees. Now we'll know how to create fees invoices. So we'll go to accounting again, then we'll select fees invoices. We can see we have already created a invoice for 27. The details are there. Okay, so now as I have told that some fees are charged during admission, so and these fees like admission fees will be shown in the admission panel during the admission. So let's check and let's see how to make them. So first we'll go to student, then we click select admission. So now here I am creating a new student. I think student 8. Um, okay, male, female, female. Okay. Date of birth 2016 to 17th March 9th. Religion, blood group, address, phone number, email. I am making it student name, writing student name as student 9. Okay, date of birth, email ID, then city, state, country, ID. ID means the ID proof number, and we can upload the ID proof here. So admission date, I'm taking it at 2019 April 20 April 19th. Okay, that's first section A, admission number 9, yes, it's 09 0009, roll number 9. We can upload photo here, parents detail, father 9, name of the father, you can write here name of the father, phone number, occupation, mother's name, name here I'm writing mother's 9, randomly writing the name. Okay, phone number, occupation we can upload, providing login details. If you want to enable login detail for the student, then for new student, then new user, otherwise existing user. Similarly, now right now we are disallowing it. Now here it comes the fee structure. As we have already mentioned, these two types of fees um, to be shown in the admission panel. So we can see that admission fees, one-time fees 5,000, tuition fees 2,000. Then if you want to allow some sort of discount, then we can write the discount here. Right now we're leaving it. We can also select the transportation details and hostel details here, and yeah, we'll see them when we will create hostel and transport section. We'll move to the hostel and transport section. Right now we are leaving it, and then we'll click submit button. Now we'll go to student to view whether we can see new student 9 has been created, admission number, phone number, and all those details, class section for the phone. Okay, now again we'll move to accounting and we'll go to fees invoice. We can see that student 9 uh, um, fees, student 9 fees, these two fees are unpaid for 2000 and 5000. Okay, so um, so we can see in the accounting section fees type, these two fees, 5000 for as admission fees and 2000 monthly fees is pending. So we can see those details here. Just click it and click this pencil button, and we can see the details here. Now if we want to collect the payment, then we have to uh, click collect payment, and you can see 2000 was paid as monthly tuition fees, the invoices there, and to pay it we had created collect payment. You can see 2000 amount, we have amount as 2000, transaction ID we are writing 101. You can give any transaction ID. Payment mode, we can select payment mode from a cash check, card, etc. If you want to give any note, we will we'll note here, and we can select the payment date. Okay, so I will put the date as 3/2/2022, and then we'll click add new payment. It will ask for confirmation. We'll confirm it and see payment has been added successfully. Now to see it, we'll go to fees types, fees invoice. Sorry, we can see the fees has been paid. Okay. Mm. Suppose we want to make any partial payment, so here was we'll go to fees type, um, and we'll select add new invoice. This is how we will create an invoice. Previously the amount the invoice was created at the time of invoice. So right now we will create invoice on suppose we are making we generate a monthly tuition invoice. So in that case we have to create invoice monthly, or exam fees invoice. So the invoice will be created half yearly. In that case we will we'll go to fees invoice, and then we'll go to add new fees. So here there are three options: create single invoice, create bulk invoice, create single invoice according to fees type. So first of all, we'll see how to create single invoice. We create class here. Select class here, class first. We're selecting section A. You can select all for all sections. I'm selecting section A here. I'm selecting student 9 here. Invoice tuition fee April 2021. Suppose tuition fees was April May. Sorry, okay. Suppose 2000 is the tuition fees. If you want to allow partial payments, then we'll click allow partial payments there. I'm writing amount 2000. Okay. Date of issue. If you want to allow any discount, we can write discount here. Suppose 2 or 5%, 5% discount. I'm leaving it right now. So date issued means the date of issue of this invoice, fees invoice. So I'm taking it as 21 May, 1st of May. Okay, due date May 20th. Okay. Remember, if we allow partial payments, we can't write anything in the due date amount column. So we have to leave in that case. So now, we'll then add new fees invoice. We can see invoice added successfully. To view it, go to again fees invoice, and we can see tuition fee for May has been created and it is pending right now. And suppose we want to make partial payment of the tuition fees, so we'll go to select correct payment. We can see this add new payment option right now been added here. So I'm writing amount 1000 has been paid right now. Transaction ID 102. You can write any transaction ID. Payment mode cash, and then payment date I'm writing 21 20th. Okay, and we'll click add payment. It will ask for confirmation. Confirm it. You can see payment made successfully. Okay, we go to fees invoice again to check that that the tuition fees invoice is being partially paid. Out of 2000, 1000 has been paid and 1000 is due right now. Okay, now suppose we want to allow any discount to the student on fees invoice. In that case, suppose any amount is previous due is there, so how can we make that sort of invoice? Okay, let's create a new invoice and see. Suppose tuition fees month of June. I'm right now creating a, make it more clear, I'm creating an invoice of student 9. We'll go to add new fees type. No, we'll go to fees invoice and we'll click add new fees. Okay, I'm selecting class first, section A, student 9, invoice tuition fee May, June 2021. Amount was 2000. Suppose here 1600 this amount has to be paid. We are allowing 5% discount, and then 400 will be added here and make it 2000 full normal. Date of issue June 1st, June 20th. Okay, we'll create a new invoice. Invoice has been created here. We'll go to invoice here. We'll see on the invoice of 1600 is pending for student 9, so we'll click collect payment here. Okay, discount. You can see there's an error actually. We can see that the payment amount is due 1600. So we'll now select collect payment, and it's 2000. So this 1600 is the discount amount, and 400 is the penalty amount. Okay, this due if the amount is paid after due date, penalty has been 400 been charged. So the amount goes up to rupees 2000, actual amount which is to be paid after having those penalty. So we have to pay rupees 2000. So we'll now add new payment, confirm payment, and payment. Okay. See, payment has been made. Suppose we want to allow any discount. So in that case, how to make those invoices? So first of all, we'll go to fees, add new fees. we'll select class here, section E, student. I am taking student number 9. Invoice tuition fee uh, July 2021. Tuition fees I'm writing, we are not allowing partial payment here, so I'm writing 2000. Okay, total bill amount, total actual bill amount, and we are allowing 5% discount here, so the amount will be 1600. Okay, so date of issue I'm taking it July 1st, due date July 20th. Okay, and then leaving the due date amount. Due date amount is the penalty to be imposed if the amount is paid after the due date. So it is actually penalty amount. If we write anything, add any penalty to it, then it will be reflected in the invoice. So I'm not taking any penalty amount in this case. So now we'll click add new fees invoice. You can see new fees invoice has been created of 1600 after um, having 5% discount for the student. So to pay it, we will go to collect payment, and you can see add new payment amount is 1600. 2000 was the bill amount. Okay, 5% discount and 600 to pay here. And transaction ID here. So I'm writing 104, and then payment mode, additional note, payment date, and then add new payment, confirm payment. We can see payment that is made of 600. Okay. Now we will learn how to make invoice for multiple students simultaneously. So we are in our dashboard. We'll go to accounting. We'll go to fees invoice. Okay. We'll click add new fees. Suppose I am selecting class 1, and here from the option I'll select create bulk invoice. Create bulk invoice will enable us to select multiple student. Okay. I'm selecting section E. Okay, selecting student 1 and 2 here. Okay, I'm selecting this as exam fee of exam first semester 2.2. Okay. Suppose I'm writing 2000. Yeah, exam fees as 500. Okay, exam fees is 500. Okay, so amount will be 500 here. Okay, date of issue, exam generally happens in the month of September. Okay, I'm writing September, September, and 1st September. Due date is September 20th. Let's take 20th and add new invoice. We can see new invoice has been created. Go to view all, and we can see 1 and 2 for both these students. First invoice, first exam fees, first semester invoice of rupees 500 is due. Invoice number is 26 and 25. Due date is, date of issue is 1st of September. Due date 20th of September. Okay. In this case, in this way, we can create uh, invoice for multiple students at the same time. Okay. And to pay it again, we'll follow the previous instructions. Go to correct payment. Just we can see the amount to be paid is 500, and transaction ID we have, and then payment mode cash, and then payment date here 3/2/22, and then payment confirm. Payment will be made. Okay, you can see. Go to view all. Payment has made. So for student 2. Okay. Now we'll see how to print bulk invoices. So again, go to accounting, select bulk invoice print. Okay, we select the class here. Section, if you want to select all section, we'll select all section, or we can select a specific section as well. I'm selecting section A. Status, we want to print invoice based on paid or unpaid. If you want to select want to print invoice which are not been paid, then we'll select unpaid. Otherwise we can also say select paid invoice here. Okay, and then we'll click print invoice. You can see preview of this print invoices. Student, okay, student 9, and all those. Okay, let's see. And if you want to print this, just click print invoices, and each invoice will be generated at the same time. Each invoices will generate each invoice of all the students. Okay. Leaving it right now. Now we'll know how to create income and expenses. So we'll again come back to our dashboard. Go to accounting. We select income. Okay. We can add new income, add new categories. First of all, we select see how to make category. Okay. So we'll go to add new income category. Category income category. Uh, Suppose donation is an income uh, for the school, so we'll write category donation and click the add new income category. See, suppose lease, if school want to school has given some land as lease to some other party, then it will be any income for the school, so or any canteen facility has been provided by the from the school, so it is income for the school. So income lease income. So we'll create lease income, and then I'm writing category as lease income, and then we'll click add new income category. You can see these two category has been added. Okay. Now if you want to okay, now if we want to add, we'll again come back to the income section of the accounting, and then if you want to add any specific income under these headings categories, then we'll click add new income. means I have created two categories. Donation, donation. Suppose some corporates are donation from the trustee is also income. Donation from trustee is income to the school. Then I'm selecting categories under donation amount. Suppose he has given, trustee has given 50,000 as donation. We can generate any invoice number here. Suppose I'm writing the invoice number 1011010. Okay. Suppose income date, if you want to put an income date, suppose February 2022. And if you want to attach any bills, donation, if you have any document regarding this, we can upload here. And then we also create any note, suppose donation given by trustee Mr. X. Okay, and we click add new income. Yeah, you can see new income. Similarly, we can also create expenses. We'll go to expenses. First, we have to create expense category. Expenses means what sort of expenses? Salary, wages are expenses category. So I am adding salary, staff salary. Staff salary is an expense to the school. So salary. Okay, so I'm writing salary. And we'll click add new expense category. Okay. You can see the expenses. Click expense category. You can see salary category has been created under expenses. Okay. Now here no expenses, specific expenses has been made. So now we're going to add a new expense. So we'll go to add new expense. Okay, I'm writing staff salary, category as salary. Okay, amount, suppose in the month of January you have paid rupees 1 lakh as staff salary. We can write the invoice amount 1020. I'm writing here. Expense date, I'm writing the expense, the date of making payment. So suppose February 1st. Okay, 2022. We can attach any payment document here, and then we can also add note staff salary paid for the month of January, February, January, two. Click, and then we'll click add new expenses. We can see view all. Then the expense has been added successfully. We'll go to view all, and you can see staff salary expenses. Like made payment, invoice number, date. Okay. We can see here notes staff salary paid for the month of. Okay.